Good morning, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the sunshine outside. Theo the Juggernaut with you once again, looking at the weekend action. Let's first start off with the NHL draft. The Jets decided to take 8 picks in the 7 rounds, not looking at anything until the 23rd, 24th pick. Vesalainen, Virtanen, 2 Finns, playing on the silver medal under-18 World Junior Championship this past year. Definitely looked at for their prowess in international play as opposed to their league play. Virtanen was injured most of the year, and Vesalainen performed very well and was the under-18 MVP on the wing. Big dude, lots of size, great shot. Looking forward to playing potentially with his countryman, Mr. Patrick Laine. So we took 4D, 3 forward, 1 goalie, no trades outside of the Vegas one that allowed most of the nucleus of the Winnipeg Jets to stay intact, maybe until July 1st. Who knows? What we did pick up is we did pick up 1 player from the WHL and Skylar McKenzie playing for the Portland Winterhawks, a Southern California kid who now is playing up there, so not bad, not too great to see. But you never know. He's got a bit of a skill, bit of a shot, quick release. It's a little bit smaller, so we'll see. And from the Q, Leon Gwenke. Don't know much about this kid, but both of those guys, including Vesalainen and Virtanen, should be at the development camp all week at the MTS Iceplex, and there should be a scrimmage going on Friday morning at 10:30 as announced by the Winnipeg Jets. Sandberg, the one player we do want to look at, he was the 2nd pick, defenseman, big dude, played high school hockey in Minnesota. He was the player most visited by him through the Winnipeg Jets. Now, if you don't understand how that works, is he kept tabs with the Winnipeg Jets throughout the entire year and saw many visits from the one team. He saw, he felt, he seemed as if there was going to be some kind of fit with our Jets organization, and sure enough, he gets picked in the 2nd round. So well done. So we have some good players. Like we mentioned, you never know what happens in a draft. And for many of the players in the Winnipeg Jets organization, the head spots of their trading and development program and their drafting program and their scouts, they all felt that a lot of these players slipped. And they're saying those things just to say the right thing, but perhaps maybe they did slip. I mean, when we had the 13th pick, Vesalainen was in that 13th pick, as Chevy had explained. As well, some of these other players that were visited, that were highly sought after by our scouting program were available, and we took them. So a lot of them can say they were no-brainers at the picks we had. So we'll leave it at that. They will all be playing, hopefully, at the development camp this upcoming week. So if you want to head out to the Iceplex in the mornings, I think 10:30, 11, and 1:15 are the skating times. So check them out, see how they play. It's going to be a lot of youngsters there. One that will not be playing will be one Tucker Pullman. He is injured, but will be available for the interviews and for the media, I believe, that week. So we looked at that. Now, what's next? Well, apparently, Chevy says there was a wonderful trade going on in place with the Golden Knights, but the price was way too big for what they wanted. Now, we're all speculating whether it was Marc-Andre Fleury, because we haven't done anything with our goaltending scenario. So I've chosen 3 goaltenders. The problem is every single free agent goalie or every single free agent person out there knows that the Winnipeg Jets are looking for goaltending. So it's a prime +1 plus whatever offer that's going to be had to made, unless they can really understand the concept of, hey, you're at the end of your career, we're going to pay you for a couple more years, we want you to tutor and mentor our young goaltenders for these next couple years, because the progress that we decided to fulfill, or the theory we decided to fulfill last year, throw them into the fire and learn on the job, didn't quite work for both Hutch and Hellebuyck. Hutch had an off year, Hellebuyck was up and down, and we tried to rely on Mr. Andre Pavlik. He got injured very quickly. So the 3 goalies, they're all unrestricted, I believe. Brian Elliott only made $2.5 million last year. He started great, ended up losing his job at the end of the year, did not play in the end, and quite frankly, the Flames don't want to pay him. Ryan Miller. Now, the speculation is that Ryan Miller wants to go to the southern states, Southern California. Won't fit into the Kings organization because they don't have enough money for their cap. But the Ducks freeing up Mr. Jonathan Bernier at $4.35 might be a good fit for him if he takes a considerable pay cut at the $6 to $7 million that he was making last year at Vancouver. And the one that everyone else would love to see from Philadelphia, Steve Mason. Steve Mason, if you didn't know, he was one of the best 5-on-5 goaltenders outside of Mr. Carey Price in the last couple of years. He didn't have a great year last year, but he had similar numbers to Carey when he won the Vezina the year before. .940 save average, 2.22 goals against, something like that. So, I mean, he's a definite goaltender that has the opportunity and has the skills to pay the bills, but does he have the skills to mentor and tutor our young goaltenders? And we have 5 goaltenders in the mix that are younger than 23, 24 years old. So Steve Mason, Ryan Miller, Brian Elliott will be looked at for some of that tutelage, and maybe, just maybe, we get some steady goaltending between the pipes. So we'll leave it at that. The bottom line is Chevy was really happy with the draft. We'll touch on that real quick. He says that all these guys can skate. They can move the puck. They're a great adaptation to the NHL ice. And more importantly, they can skate and get out of dirt fast. So that's what he was looking for. That's what he was picking. Good job, I guess. What kind of grade average do I give them? I can't quite give them a grade average only because we didn't have a great, we didn't have a top 10 pick like we wanted last year. So I'll say maybe a B plus B. Who knows? Somewhere around there. Pretty average. As for our Winnipeg Goldeyes, they love the fact that they're coming home right now. They lost 2 of 3 in Lincoln. They lost all 4 in St. Paul's, going to extra innings last night and losing deep. They are now 7 games behind St. Paul Saints in the Northern Division. They're playing 500 ball at 18-18. Like I said, they only won 1 game on the road. So something's going on. The recipe, the chemistry in the bullpen or in the office there just isn't working. The team hasn't been playing well since the Casio Grider trade. I don't want to get into that, but I've always been a proponent of good chemistry in the building and on and off the field. The Goldeyes did come off a crazy scare, having a game actually canceled a couple weeks back because of a terrible sickness going throughout the entire club. So maybe they're still feeling the after effects of that. But the pitching was suspect. The hitting was suspect, and more importantly, the opposing team just found ways to ring up more runs together in a row so that they would come out top the victor in each game. So for Winnipeg Goldeyes, they come back tomorrow night. They play the Gary Railcats. They're home till the end of Canada Day. They'll be playing Canada Day as well. Should be a fun tilt at 4 o'clock afternoon on Saturday. Then some fireworks perhaps afterwards. Hey, you know what? It's sports. Roger Federer said it best. You don't have to be the best all the time. You just got to be the best when you play that team that day. If you can be the best of those 2 combatants out there, then you come out on top. This is Theo the Juggernaut saying thank you for tuning in. We'll check on me later next week. The Bombers will play their first game after the bye week. As you can tell, the CFL was kind of exciting, kind of not exciting this last week. So maybe the blue and gold will bring some boom boom to the boom boom room on the field July 1st in Mosaic Stadium in Saskatchewan. Have a great afternoon. Take care. Bye-bye.